What's good, everybody? You know who it is, the Supreme Soup, and I am here today to talk about the Grammys, biggest night in music of the year, and I have a little bit of commentary on it. Before I get into that, I do want to give a shout out to my newest patron, Porsche 22. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Remember, if you support me on Patreon, you getting a shout out no matter what. If you give requests and you're a patron, I pay attention to them and I put them on Patreon. So thank you all for that. Now, on to the Grammy business. Biggest music night of the year, 63rd annual Grammys. And a lot happened. And some of the winners I haven't even read over yet. I had to catch up a little bit on the Grammys because I honestly didn't watch it live. There's a lot going on. Newsworthy. I mean, from everything from, I don't even know what to comment on. So many things happened. The Blue Ivy Grammy win, the Bill Burr situation. I'll probably branch off and comment further on other videos, but this is simply just a reaction to the winners. All right, so record of the year, Billie Eilish. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I'm not a huge Billie Eilish fan. I say out of these songs, my favorites, I would say Savage, and Black Parade is a nice sounding song, but I've only listened to it a couple of times, but it definitely sounded pretty unique. But being the Beyonce won 4 Grammys that night, maybe she didn't need this one. Album of the year, Taylor Swift, Folklore. Didn't listen to that, but I did see her performance, and the stage setup was real incredible, real unique. It was this enchanted forest cabin type deal. Very fire, very dope. And as were a lot of the stage setups. I'll comment further on those, but looking at the other nominees, I don't really see anything that I have heard of. Dua Lipa. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Also checked out her performance of her song with the baby, Levitating, and Don't Start Now. Both very amazing songs, disco vibes. And the baby, I was surprised how well he fit into the Levitating track. Wasn't sure how he would fit in there. It's my first time hearing the song, but the background projection was real dope. If anything, if her album is anything like those 2 tracks in consistency wise, I feel like that would be a solid contender. Song of the year was I Can't Breathe by her. Black Parade, yeah, I can see it winning over Black Parade. The Box, I didn't really think The Box is that great of a song. It's catchy, but it's played a lot, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. Definitely think that song deserves a win. Deep message after one of the most politically charged and revolutionary years in my lifetime, at least 2020. It's only fitting that a song like this would be song of the year, so that's well deserved. Shout out to her and her deep message. Best new artist, Megan Thee Stallion. Of course. Why not? There's no discussion there. Shout out to her. She looked genuinely shocked. Megan looked genuinely shocked when her name was called, and that's almost the best part of it. She wasn't even prepared. She was humble, and that was definitely a highlight. Definitely what I would say the most well-deserved win. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. That's my girl. James Taylor won Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album. Shout out to James Taylor. I'm surprised. He's still doing his thing. Definitely like James Taylor. I don't know any of the other artists, so I can't say much, but we already know James Taylor got classics, got hits under his belt. Best Pop Vocal Album, Future Nostalgia. Yes. After hearing her for the first time, I agree. That shit was fire. Megan and Beyonce, Savage, another win. Sheesh. So that's two Grammys for Meg. Sheesh. Best rap song, See, what I'm trying to understand, these all count as Grammys because Meg already got 3, right? Like, is that 3 wins in one night? I don't know. King's Disease won Best Rap Album. That's actually surprising because honestly, it might be because the genre has kind of narrowed down into more raw hip hop because there was a lot to compete with. I mean, Nas might be the only one that even qualifies as rap anymore. Everybody's singing nowadays, you know. Tiffany Haddish won a Best Comedy Album award. A lot of great performances, and the only reason that I'm not going to comment on a couple songs, let me finish scrolling. Damn, this is a lot of shit. A couple controversies that people have been talking about are number one, the best music video, Brown Skin Girl. Beyonce won this is her 4th Grammy of the night and her 28th total. And along with her daughter Blue Ivy Carter winning, kind of has people pissed off, which I understand. It seems like the Grammys are kind of just serving Beyonce at this point. A lot of people are angry because 9-year-old Blue Ivy Carter won a Grammy, which I can only imagine winning a Grammy at 9 years old. Saying the artists more talented have been doing this for years and they're not da 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 da. And these same people don't really consider the Grammys to be very significant. So if that's the case, then why would you really care about who's winning them? Which is the question I have for people. But my opinion is, I do think the Grammys hold weight culturally because the Grammys, to me, represent something of cultural significance. It's not really as relative to talent as it is to something groundbreaking, something timeless, something that will live on and be remembered, and just overall iconic. So I think Brown Skin Girl is a perfect example of that. And Blue Ivy's appearance and performance on that track are exactly the definition of iconic and culturally significant, regardless of what talent you think she has. I think, does she deserve a Grammy? Sure. In the sense of what the Grammys represent, she does. In terms of performances, I saw Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, and Anderson .Paak. Very dope. The most simple performance and stage setup of what I've seen. They killed it. They killed it. It's an amazing song and performance when you know that you don't have the big high budget style set up on stage and still blow the competition out of the water, because I think they had the best performance. Post Malone, I saw his performance, which was actually pretty interesting, but not my favorite song. He seemed like he was going in like a metal direction with those guttural vocals and that little cross cloak he had on. The only 2 performances that I purposely skipped over were Megan Thee Stallion's Body Yaddy Yaddy and Savage performance, and Lil Baby's Bigger Picture, because I feel like I'm going to do a separate reaction to those videos, separate videos on those, because I feel like they'll be significant to the point where I have a lot of commentary on them. And also I did see Megan and Cardi's WAP performance, which I also did a reaction to, which will be on my Patreon, so look out for that as well. But I saved those and a couple other things. The Bill Burr situation, which I'm probably going to comment on in a separate video. But let me know what you thought of the Grammys, the performances, the winners, the controversies, the speeches. Comment below and give me your opinion on it. I try to cover everything as much as I can with the amount of time that I have, because I'm a little bit pressed. Things are getting kind of hectic for me. But if you like this video, subscribe, stay tuned for my other videos. Got more coming soon. Lots of things. Appreciate you. Once again, shout out to Porsche22 for becoming a patron. I appreciate you. Patreon in the description. Get on that Supreme Soup Patreon trend and show some love. There will be benefits regardless of what the tiers say. You can always message me on Patreon and request a certain type of video or some type of shout out, and I will do that. Communicate with me directly, and I will see it. We hit 100 subscribers. Thank you all. Subscribe to my music channel, The Supreme Soup, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Peace.